Distinguished guests, please remain seated as the faculty and the graduates enter. Thank you.
I'm going to go off script immediately. This is tremendous how many people we have here today. I'll share a secret. We used to be the smallest school at University of Texas. We are no longer the smallest school. This place is packed. In my 5 years here, each year we moved to a bigger facility, and we're clearly going to outgrow this one after only 1 year. So this is tremendous to see so many people here today. So graduates, proud parents and families, distinguished faculty and staff, and friends of the iSchool community, welcome to the School of Information's 2023 graduation. My name's Eric Meyer. I'm the Dean of the School of Information at the University of Texas at Austin. On this day of celebration, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge that the university sits on indigenous land. The Tonkawa lived in Central Texas, and the Comanche and Apache moved through this area. We're grateful to be able to study and learn on this piece of Turtle Island. I would also like to recognize all of the School of Information faculty and staff, many of whom are here today, both on stage and behind the scenes, helping you get into this auditorium. There's a lot of work that went on to make this happen today. And they've helped our graduates reach this milestone in their lives and careers. A great university, such as the University of Texas, only becomes and maintains that greatness with excellent faculty and staff. And we're fortunate to have both in strong supply. So if you could join me for a moment in recognizing their hard work and dedication with a round of applause. I also want to recognize our graduates' families and loved ones in attendance or watching online today. While we're here to celebrate our graduates, we also want to acknowledge all of the support and encouragement you as their family and friends have provided to our students throughout their studies. Please join me in a round of applause to thank all of them for being here to celebrate everyone's success today. So each and every one of our graduates has followed their own path to get here today. Each has a special set of challenges and accomplishments behind them. I want to particularly, however, recognize our first-generation graduates. We have undergraduates who are the first in their families to graduate from college, and graduate students who are the first to earn a master's or a doctoral degree. You've been brave pioneers, treading into the unknown and blazing a path for others in your family to follow. It's an honor to be part of your celebration today. So please join me also in a round of applause for all of our first-generation graduates. As I noted in the program comments, if you read them, like students when they read the syllabus for every class, I'm sure in great detail, This is a special year for the School of Information. 75 years ago, in 1948, our school was founded at a time of profound change in the world. World War II had ended, technology was on the rise, and luminaries such as Vannevar Bush, writing The Atlantic in 1945, were urging us to, quote, consider a future device in which an individual stores all their books, records, and communications, and which is mechanized so it may be consulted with exceeding speed and flexibility. It's an enlarged, intimate supplement to memory. Well, this vision's been realized, and we've all got them in our pockets today, and it's been done so in a way that's surpassed all reasonable expectations of the time. We live in an information-centric world, and School of Information graduates are among the best prepared to navigate that world. At the School of Information, we're changing the future by engaging the present and preserving the past. You're all part of this future. As an alumnus, you'll remain a part of the future of the iSchool. I'm confident all of you will enhance our reputation through your actions, your accomplishments yet to come, and the lives you're all going to influence. You're going to change the ways we interact with information and technology. You'll use information to make the world a better and a fairer place. You'll change the ways we protect and preserve our collective memory. So please, everyone in the audience, join me in a round of applause celebrating all of our graduates this year. This is a joyous week here at the University of Texas. I was mentioning earlier that this is the fourth of 7 different graduation events I'm part of today, but this is the most fun because this is special to the School of Information and really acknowledges everyone here. And it's really my pleasure to introduce this afternoon's guest speaker, who also has a strong connection to the school. Dr. Jonelle Bradshaw de Hernandez is a research assistant professor at the University of Texas at Austin School of Information. Dr. Bradshaw de Hernandez's research interests include the intersection of science and technological innovations, risk perceptions and job security, and building a transformational U.S. workforce focused on economic competitiveness, national security, and vulnerable populations. A key element of this ecosystem is public higher education and its intersection with STEM funding and their combined roles in addressing large-scale cultural and social challenges. Dr. Bradshaw de Hernandez translates her research into her work as Executive Director of Foundation Relations at the University of Texas at Austin. Dr. Bradshaw de Hernandez was selected as a Public Interest Technology University Network Social Justice Informatics Faculty Fellow. She serves as an affiliate faculty member of the Texas Behavioral Science and Policy Institute, is a Texas Advanced Analytics Symposium 2023 Selection Committee member, a board member of the Advanced Leadership Lab, serves on the Thinkery Museum Board in Austin, Texas, and many other that I can't go into detail for. Dr. Bradshaw de Hernandez remains an active Cornell senior volunteer leader and enjoys spending time with her husband, preteen son, who I met earlier, and her fur baby Mando, named after the Mandalorian. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Jonelle Bradshaw de Hernandez.
I cannot tell you, I have not seen a more beautiful audience. Watching you all come down this auditorium ramp is just so meaningful for me and so many of our colleagues here in the School of Information. Truly, congratulations. So first, I'd like to say a very pleasant good afternoon to our dean. Thank you so much for inviting me here today. To our leadership, to our faculty, to our distinguished students, friends who have come to support you all today, for joining us on this marked celebration for our graduates. What an amazing time to graduate from one of the most premier information schools in the world. I'm excited to be here with you today as you go on to another phase of your life. So as we gather to celebrate your hard work during today's commencement ceremony, we are also celebrating 75 years as a school this year. We heard this from our dean just now. And 1948 seems so far along, right? But really, it wasn't. So much has happened in the world, and we heard a little bit about that from our dean. But I do want to highlight a couple of key events that really talked about where we are today. So first, the World Health Organization was established by the United Nations in 1948. The American broadcasting company ABC began their television services before they became Disney. The RAND Corporation is established as an independent, not-for-profit policy research institution in the United States. The Israeli Declaration of Independence is made. US President Harry Truman signed an executive order ending racial segregation in the US armed forces. Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated. and Mikhail Baryshnikov, a famous Russian world dancer, and also esteemed recording artist Rick James were all born in 1948. Claude Shannon published A Mathematical Theory of Communication, the paper that laid the foundations for the field of information theory and all modern digital communications. And the University of Texas at Austin launches the master program in library science, and so today begins your legacy. I am truly honored to be here with you to share a bit of my story and to reflect on some of the life lessons I learned along the way. First, I am not from Texas, but Texas truly is my home. When I tell people I'm from New York, some will ask with a wink of an eye, "Are you from the city?" A sign, an inkling, a little glimmer that they know more about the tri-state area than those who only see it in movies. I love New York. I always will. I was born in the heart of Brooklyn, the last child of parents who came from Trinidad and Tobago. I was raised on Long Island, or Strong Island as some know it. I did my undergraduate work in upstate New York at Cornell University, and then my graduate work in Manhattan and at Columbia University. And along the way, I met my lovely husband on the Lower East Side of New York City at a bar aptly called home. And as with many first-generation couples, we purchased our first home in Queens, and after that, we became pregnant and then moved back to the suburbs of Long Island. The pathway was all set. If you had asked me 5 years ago if I would be in Texas, I would have looked at you in bewilderment. So here lies the first lesson, graduates. Expect the unexpected and embrace it with everything that you've got. Moving to Texas was a very large leap for us. My husband discussed with me years ago, if we ever leave New York, we should consider two places, Asheville, North Carolina, or Austin, Texas. I came for an interview at UT Austin, frankly, because I was studying about innovation in the technology space. And here lies UT Austin in the center of the country doing great work. I was really intrigued by it, so when I got the recruitment call, I thought I'd take the interview. I was a finalist actually in another position, and we knew if offered that position, I would most likely take it. So after spending a day on this campus and meeting with some of the most amazing people I've met in a very long time, and seeing this gem of an institution in which you are now part, I called my husband immediately. I actually remember the phone call. I was standing on the speedway, and I actually said, "We are in trouble," because I actually really love it. I can truly add value to an already talented organization that is doing work with some of the greatest faculty minds. A few weeks later, I was offered that other position, and I withdrew my name. We were headed west. We traveled to Texas to scout for possible homes and neighborhoods, and we found ourselves in our local HEB. I believe it was a random Thursday. Everyone was so friendly. Everyone was smiling. Random strangers would comment that they tried this salsa, so you should try that one. This is delicious. We walked in the aisle, and someone would always ask if we needed any help or are we finding everything okay? And I remember looking at my husband, and we looked at each other, and I can truly say, in the HEB, it became official for me that we were home. So the second lesson, graduates, sometimes it doesn't make sense, but sometimes you just need to trust your gut, even if the revelation happens in a grocery aisle. UT Austin School of Information reminds me very much of my undergraduate experience at Cornell University College of Human Ecology. Frankly, it was Cornell that set the track for my academic career, and it was an actual life-changing choice. The director of admissions at the time was a woman named Brenda Bricker. She came to my high school one day to tell us all about the Cornell program. I actually heard all of these amazing things, and I just didn't think I could get in. My guidance counselor, Joy Dickens, encouraged me to apply, and actually, she demanded it. They don't make them like Miss Dickens anymore. I had the great experience of having amazing guidance counselors. Matter of fact, I'm still in touch with my middle school counselor, Geneva Isom. They pushed and propelled me in directions I never thought were possible at the time. And actually, I just met with Ms. Isom about 5 years ago. We gathered after decades of not seeing one another at a Starbucks. She told me all the backstories of those who were for me, and she actually told me a few stories of those who were not. I was so grateful for the information. I sometimes thought as a young person I might have been imagining that some people might not want my highest good. Some people didn't want me to fulfill everything that I possibly could do, even though I was one of the top in our class. She left me with a lesson when we met, and this is the third lesson I share with you. People will pour into you. You can see it all around you, but make sure you give back and pour into others. As you sit here, all your loved ones, I see them smiling and happy for you. Remember, they all poured into you today. They all allowed you to sit here in these seats. They want your success, and you may never know who did not want it, and I don't want you to care. But you had people who were willing to sacrifice for you to get here. For me, it's my parents, my brothers, but especially my mom and my sister. I never had two wings at my back like them. My grandparents, Miss Dickens, who demanded that I write the application, Miss Isom, Dr. Zick, Brenda Bricker, Darrell Scott, the list is literally endless of all of those who took a moment and said, why don't you try this or that? Now I pour all of that back into young leaders like yourselves. Don't forget, it's not popular today, but do give back more than you received. Cornell remains the land-grant institution of New York, and within those walls is a school called the College of Human Ecology. The academic study at HUMEC, as we called it, varied greatly from human development and family studies to textiles and apparel to biology and society. I majored in what is known today as policy analysis and management, and the mission of the college was and remains to improve the lives of human beings regardless of what you study. It did not matter your discipline, it was the charge. I took this so seriously as a student, so serious as an undergrad. If they would have asked me to take a HUMEC oath, I would have done so without hesitation. I felt like I found my perfect home. Interdisciplinary study was at the research core. My minor was in the College of Architecture. I studied community development and social policy. I wanted to contribute to figuring out the homeless issues. My interactions with students from all across the vast university and also inside my school is not unlike that of UT School of Information. It was encouraged, it was expected, but it was not always easy to do, especially because in every discipline we speak different languages. Well, I need to let you know that you are a very special school. You speak those languages very fervently. And there's nothing like this moment of time where you are not needed in this world. This will be your lifeblood, School of Information graduates. This will be your superpower. After I graduated, I worked for an insurance company and eventually moved my way up to a commercial lines underwriter. It was the tech boom. Everything was moving fast. I wanted in. I was in New York. During this time, I really enjoyed the engineering part of what I was doing. I would walk the halls of these grand buildings in Manhattan. I underwrote them. I basically charged them a premium to make sure that they would stay alive if they had a business income loss. I was paid well. I loved what I was doing, but ended up saying to myself, this is the perfect business for my 40s. And then when I realized now is that time went very quickly. As much as I enjoyed my position, especially using science and math to evaluate risk, what insurance taught me all above else was the language of money. How can I use this new language to benefit others? My lifelong mission to improve the lives of others continued from human ecology. I put a big hold on it in my heart. I left insurance and went back into the academy. I was pleased to start my master's at Columbia University. My goal was to merge the understanding of organizational culture with their stated missions and values. And to do this, you needed to understand group dynamics, agendas, but you also needed to understand the environment of the times. I left the insurance industry with a goal to stay in the academy full time, and at that time, I learned about the world of fundraising, which is what I do today. I learned that I can help influence and move philanthropic dollars to forward important discoveries. Not only did I want to move the philanthropic dollars, I also wanted to do the research work. So I found myself in mid-career, happily married, expecting my child, who's in the audience now today, with a new home, a new town, and this itch. It was a curiosity. It was a desire to learn more. And again, graduates, it did not make any sense. I was happy, I was living the dream. But it played in my desire to help others, and I decided to pursue my PhD in engineering, focusing on technology and society. And herein lies the fourth lesson. There is a time and a place to take a calculated risk, or to be risk-averse and not make any move. And there are times that you will throw all caution to the wall and take a risk so big that failure is great, but so is the reward. That was what it was like going back for a PhD program mid-career. And guess what? People showed up to pour into me again. Graduates, you have academic advisors, chairs, and co-chairs. Mine were Dr. David Ferguson, Dr. Ted Tang, Dr. Monica Bugayo, and Dr. Deborah Dwyer. I had others, too many to name, but they all poured into us. And at the time, when it was close to graduation, and I was writing my dissertation, and my young son would wake up at 5 in the morning with his pillow and blanket and sleep at my feet while I ran regressions and wrote my dissertation on science and innovation, the connection between workplace and risk, and the needs we have as a nation to develop all of you, the next generation of scientists. Needless to say, I faced a few difficult obstacles, and my advisors were my most valiant defenders. They saw what was happening, and as I learned before from middle school, who cares? Do it anyway. Do what you need to do to get it done. And herein lies the fifth lesson. Sometimes, graduates, moving forward takes a great deal of courage, more than you can ever expect to give. Muster that courage and fight valiantly for what's right. I did, I made it through, but I lost two great people. When I moved to Texas, Dr. David Ferguson died, and then after that, followed by Dr. Tang. Dr. Tang actually administered my doctoral defense from his sickbed. Both told me stories of how they were the first. Dr. Ferguson, an African-American man, Dr. Tang from China, they were the only ones from their background, and they pushed through in computer science and mathematics. They showed me character and courage. They also showed me true friendship. Ted trusted Dave, and Dave knew I needed to finish. It was not easy for both of them, but they proved what was right all along. They poured into me again so I can pour into others. And as we celebrate today, I want you to also never forget your academic advisors. They will travel with you through life. So I end with a few more gems so you can get back to this momentous event. Being mission-driven takes bravery. Always fine-tune your moral compass. Faith is truly the substance of things hoped for, and it is the evidence of things unseen. And faith is what we exercise as scientists as we form our own hypothesis in our own research. Empirical evidence is what gets us to what we know is true. And it is okay to have both. It's reconciled in my heart. If one loses hope, you lose the journey of discovery. Never lose that. It is the fuel of our curiosities, and it will propel us to new heights in the advancement of knowledge. Graduates, you will be the bridge between data science and human social technology frameworks. You speak all of those languages more than any other person. Now more than ever, we need people like you to speak effectively and often with others. These folks are different from the disciplines in which you hail. Celebrate that. Speak to the philosophers, speak to the ethics professionals, speak to the neuroscientists and the creative artists. And don't forget the dancers and the rocket scientists. Sometimes they are one and the same. Walk in their shoes or walk beside them, and sometimes pick them up and carry them. You hold the secret to all of the secret sauce, information. You speak all of the languages, and most of all, you speak the language of humanity. And we need you to balance the rapidity of artificial intelligence with those with who we are, humans. There is a great deal of white noise out there. Stay the course. Remember the ethos of this school. In a world where information is one of our most important resources, the School of Information is changing the ways that we interact with information and technology, changing how information can make the world a better and fairer place, and changing the ways we protect and preserve our collective memory. Straight from the website, and I hope it's emblazoned on your heart. You will need it when you face challenges. So graduates, I'd like to leave you with staying true to ethics. The edges of what is right or wrong sometimes seem slippery. Hold fast to your beliefs, but be open to challenge them. Think not only of yourself or your tribe or your community, but society. So, love on your family today and friends. Remember the special ones, the ones who poured into you, the ones who saw you when you were small. I have 3 besties today who are from college. They've known me since I was 17. They keep me honest, grounded, and remind me of who I was before I stopped seeing the world in rose-colored glasses. You need them, and I celebrate them. You should celebrate them too. You should always have a crew. Remember, there's a lot of good out there today. Don't be discouraged by the bad news. Go do something positive about it. And it's also okay to put down the screen and live in real life. Things will move fast. Enjoy the ride, but get off every so often and reflect on your role, your life, and your responsibility. Graduates, enjoy the day and every day thereafter. And remember, what you do in the next few decades will change the lives for all who come after you. Thank you, and hook 'em horns.
Thank you, Jonelle. That was great. Oh, and Jonelle's son providing us some flowers. So, now the moment you've been waiting for. It's time to individually recognize the members of the School of Information graduating class of 2023. Graduates, please remain seated until your row is called. As they get ready to come up on stage, I want to point out that our first students in line today represent a historic moment in the School of Information. In 2021, we admitted our first class of undergraduate students in our 75-year history, pursuing our new majors in informatics. That class of informatics pioneers will graduate in 2025, but today, we have the very cutting-edge students, those who transferred into the new informatics degree and are now the first students in the University of Texas history to earn degrees Bachelor of Arts in Informatics and Bachelor of Science in Informatics. I am so pleased to welcome our very first informatics graduates, the first group of informatics pioneers, onto the stage.
We will begin with the recognition of our Bachelor of Arts in Informatics graduates. Emily Doe. We will continue with the Bachelor of Science in Informatics graduates. Ranutha Punakula. Sherry Lai. Ellis Brown. Kelly Chu. We will now begin to recognize our graduate degree candidates, beginning with the Masters of Science in Information Studies. Carla Gonzalez. Omar Alasha. Alyssa Lin. Victoria Chang. Crystal Wen. Ana Karun Sulinas. Sebastian Granhold. Kaylee Sue. Felicia Lee. Ben-En Luo. Victor Lopez. Isabel Kolracek. Marshana Taylor. Haley Marie Peterson. Carl Tigerstrom. Allie Gunnels. Julissa Nira. Anna Shulpina. Karan Karnad. Ruchika Kankaria. Tanya Bosley. Ashray Jha. Ashray Vinod Kumar Joshi. Aaron Anderson. Rachel Poppin. Supriya Karn. Neha Katkur. Sunjuna Unjit Kumar. Sneha Balakrishnan. Shweta Shankar. Vazupra Bhat Belman. Hari Priya Kandaswamy. Sahari Kumar. Gayatri Ramesh. Yu Suan Lu. Jia Jen Lee. Xuan O Young. Peishun Yang. Rachel Barnett. Charisma Gupta. Sujin Park. Flynn Tan. Bo Zhang. Samantha Tuapen. Divya Agarwal. Rachel Kim. David Kerr. Abigail Gore. Ryan Grotelushin. Melissa Duber. Amelia or Amelia? Amelia Costello. Abigail Glasser. Naomi Wilkin. Claiborne Berry. Rachel Merlis. Adeline Donnelly. Victoria Wayland. Samuel Marsh. Shichai Dai. Fan E. Shea. Dai Wu. Talita Patachny. Amanda Guerrero. Laura Huerta. Laura Manzanares Ramos. Rosalind C.Z. Bradshaw. Deandra Douglas. Tyler Roberish. Frank Bross. Neil Baker. Amy Griffin. John Paul Martinez. Sheldon Salo. Dorian McIntosh. Caitlin Doherty. Madeline Nezat. Sophia Mosby. Hannah Deaver. Lisa Richardson. Brenda Panella. Jasmine Guy. Sarah James. Sydney Muster. Kennedy Thurmond. Yue Hu. Ruoxuan Pan. Wei Shang Chen. Stephanie Claudinette Cyril. Itohan Osagi. Ming Hung Hung. Han Shen Lin. Yu Ting Su. Yen Zhen Wang. Drumik Sharma. Karthikeya Pinelli. Mayur Solanki. Swapnil Sudhir Shinde. Shashwat Jyotishi. Mufadal Chakera. Nikhil Singh. Manaswini Karthikeyan. Sravan Reddy Chilamula. Raghu Bomana. Chia Yu Hu. Jane Ye. Hingus Chang. Calvin Lung. Andres Navarro. Kyung Mo Kim. Huani Zhen. Ruyue Wang. Yongting Chuang. Andrea Ko. Yeliza Vetakravchenko. Catlin Brinkley. Divya Raju Mirchandani. Insia Jawadwala, sorry. Rishabh Soni. Ashwini Paradkar. Suyash Akre. Miraj Mehta. Disanth Shankar Reddy. Christina Jia. Ayantu Cabeda. Radwan Raoman. Ji Yu Shi. Jachi Chow. Shahang Su. Ishita Roy. Shruti Hanchanal. Anna Dubey. Hira Jamshed. Sanika Chitnis. Uvni Kering. Nidhi Shah. Jili Zeng. Dustin Gabriel Naheda. Rajavi Jaya Sankar. Junjai Tang. Patrick Sway. Now, the Master of Science in Information Security and Privacy, Dylan Berner. Matthew Gonzalez. Colin Cameron. Melissa Farber. Spencer Curitan. Farrell Ford. Hunter Toll. Matthew G. Hanish. Paulina Garcia Rendon. Mason Benge. Ivana Alec. Robert Forster. Matthew Harden. Fatima Ahmad. Daniel Portnoy. Heinrich Kritzinger. Joshua Pogue. Nikita Mulev. Joshua Flicker. Tala Osman. Pablo Pratt. And finally, we recognize our Doctors of Philosophy and Information Studies graduates. Young Sheng Chang. Yalin Swoon. Johanna Cahoon.
It's my honor to present to you the 2023 graduates of the School of Information of the University of Texas at Austin. So before we go, I'd like to thank Ken Webster for serving as the name reader for our ceremony, and Brent Osborne, Jennifer Woe, and Rhea Garcia from the Austin Civic Orchestra for providing the live music bookending our ceremony. I also have a few announcements that I need to make as part of the housekeeping. So I look forward to seeing many of you at various university-wide events on Saturday. If you'll be attending the master's or doctoral convocation ceremonies at Bass Concert Hall on Saturday morning tomorrow, you should have received information about arrival and the events if you registered to attend. So graduates and guests attending the university-wide commencement tomorrow evening at Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Football Stadium do need a ticket. You can still get those on the website as I understand it. So you can go to the commencement website if you still need tickets. Graduates who are participating in the university-wide ceremony should arrive by 6:45 p.m. to line up for the procession onto the field in the stadium. Also, they've asked me to remind you that a clear bag policy will be in effect at the stadium for all graduates and guests attending. Please consult the commencement website for additional information related to this policy and related safety procedures. So I'm going to ask you for a favor if you're going to be at the university-wide commencement. So there will be a point when I'm up on the stage with a big jumbotron behind me in the giant stadium, when I'm going to ask you all to rise and confirm that you've completed the requirements of your respective degrees. So do me a favor, now that we're no longer the smaller school, make some noise tomorrow evening in the stadium so that everybody knows who we are, okay? So let's practice a little bit right now. When I say, all the School of Information students rise and make some noise. So I want to hear that and even louder tomorrow. So this brings our event today to a close. So friends and family, please stay seated while the graduates leave the auditorium. You'll be able to join them just upstairs on the LBJ Plaza for refreshments and the opportunity to take photos of all your successful graduates. Now let's give one last loud cheer and show our UT Austin spirit for the class of 2023. Hook 'em